Stop! Stop! It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the homestanding Washington Huskies. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture, as we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Trojans will kick it away first. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for space. It's Coleman. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Oh, it's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Dropping back, it's Rodgers. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them on.
And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying play action. Trying to get to him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Rodgers. Feeling some heat. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs through a tackle.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Keeps the legs moving.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. Get the guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. A little screen to the running back. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, USA 7, Washington 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get the red because what do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays that are left to him.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Knocked off his feet.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close to them.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Rodgers. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we talked about in the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
To the air, it's Rodgers. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, USC. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Right on target with that last pass. Now it's second and medium. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Floats it out in space. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Southern Cal. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six.
27, Washington, 0.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They're bringing nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. He's going to take a shot at the DB. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. It's reverse. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. He'll start the third quarter with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide out in motion. To the air, it's Moss. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Finds his man. It's Robinson. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the throw and gets it to the 29. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Trojans are on the move. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And the route is on. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Fires on the move. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
That's how you got to get the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Let's go. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Unloads to the right. He caught it. Touchdown, USC. And And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You did.
It's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
That's a fly. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking for a man, it's Rodgers. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Huskies with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And they got him for the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
He's going up top. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on third down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the air, it's Moss. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
He wants to throw here on second down. And what a catch! A diving grab down the right side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Coleman. And the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
USA 62, Washington 0.
Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Trojans. And the stomping has commenced. Boy, do they need that score. It gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Clemson is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets the program back significantly. They're trailing by 18 to Kansas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now...
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
Man, you could tell this offense is frustrated, giving up another sack, and they're out of sync, out of sorts. They're just not used to this. This trigger man's usually good. This offense is usually good. They've had a day they would love to forget.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Looking for a deep man. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, USC. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the... Work out as he stopped at the 13. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is...
He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Hard running there. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Got it set up on the outside. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Still looking on the move. and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Steps away to find some room. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Washington coming to the line with another first down. The option look. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Back to pass, it's Moss. Using the quick game. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the returner goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough, so it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Williams will pass. getting some heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Going deep, and he makes the catch inside the 10. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good, solid tackle.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Touchdown Trojans! And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Coming after him. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. One more play to pad the stats. Williams looking for a man. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. When you know you have a team outclassed,